reformed former journal addict, notebook addict. Well, I used to buy a lot of notebooks, and then I didn't know what to write there, and I would start using that like for a page or two, and then I would change my mind and I would never finish. I don't think I finished. No, there was one journal when I was like 12 I finished, and that was the only journal I ever finished. Everything else, notebooks, planners, nothing worked for me. However, I have a system that is working for me for a second year. The cover and the notebook itself, I think I will be upgrading because I know now what exactly works and what tweaks it needs to be like the perfect one. But the system itself, I don't think there will be many changes. This is just for some distraction at the moments when I need to turn pages. Sorry. She might decide she doesn't want the background. So, I have a cover from Paper Republic, but the brand itself is not important. It's the idea is that it's cover. This is leather cover where you put just like regular notebooks and it all together. As I said, actually the reason I wanted it because I saw people putting charms, and I really wanted to put charms. Actually, looking for some even better ones. This was a present from a friend I made at some work event, so it's very dear for me, but this I want something to upgrade it with. So that was the reason why I bought it. Not very dramatic. However, it worked for me. And I would be upgrading it. I think I would like to go for that like crocodile snake embossed, not real crocodile snake, but they can make it look like it. I really like it. I think I would go for like longer piece of leather to cover when I use like too many notebooks. There are space to cover it. And yeah, this would probably be only changes, and I also will put a bit more different strings here, so I have more choice like how to put notebooks in. So my system consists of 4 notebooks, and I think as the first and one of 2 most important ones is my yearly journal. My issue previously with notebooks journals was twofold, threefold, maybe 2.5-fold. First of all, there are stuff that I want to see throughout the year. For example, my yearly goals, which I do in a form of bingo. And I want to see and return, or I have stuff like a tracker for doing art. I'm trying to do at least some sketches every day. As you see, I miss some days, but I do it much often. And then there are stuff which is like for a week or maybe relevant for a day, and I never return to it after that. It can be notes, it can be some to-do list, and I didn't know how to combine them because it would get annoying. This way I have stuff I want to return to, like here I have lists, trackers, I have like for example, things I bought. I want to track like purchases I made that are not like groceries or household stuff, and in the end of the year look back what I regretted buying, what not. What else? I have my book clubs. I joined quite a few. I'm not reading for everything, but I want to see it at a glance. I'm taking few courses. Some of them I bought some time ago, and I need to go through some of them. I'm taking Lithuanian course, and I'm forgetting to mark it. It's actually for homework and words. I'm not being really good with that. And some other courses, tracker. There are some other trackers, for example, stuff like I want to apply to some opportunities, anything. I want to like meet friends more often, so I mark friend dates. I actually had 2 more, I need to update it. So stuff like that. There is also like things where I need therapy, some lists I would like to return, some ideas for art or designs I would like to make. I have a list of I got a cat this year, and I was making a list of stuff I want to have. I bought some of the regular stuff, but for example, I would like at some point have like pet cube camera or fountain, stuff like that. I have like ideal reminders, like why do I want to be financially responsible? Because sometimes living in a moment feels very enjoying. So I have like stuff I want to do with money. As a reminder, I have a log of like stuff that happen, because sometimes I can feel like nothing happens in my life, and then I tell people like what I did, and I did a lot. I want to catch up to a lot of BTS content. I'm behind on a lot of that. This is my second year trying to do that. Home styling. I don't want to spend a lot of money, but here are some ideas what I can do. Stuff like that. So stuff I want to return time to time throughout the year. Actually, this year I'm much more active in this notebook, so maybe I will do a refresh for July for second half a year. The only it's not mistake, but it annoys me sometimes that I'm using two different pens. I started with a black one, but then I fixed my fountain pen and I got this dark red one. And I'm not sure I'm like this that much. I need to figure out how I prefer to work with a pen in this, maybe return to black. Second one is stuff that I don't really return to. Like usually I wrote it, I marked it as I did that, and that's all. Things you can find in this journal is shopping list. Again, if I ordered something, I'm waiting for something, I was marking. I'm not doing that often. And then this is my system of to-do list. I have check, date, category, task, and deadline. Deadline not always applies, but here I write, I want to do something, at what category, is it social, is it work task, is it something related to finances, date I put it at, and then deadline if there is one, like till when do I need or want to do that, and then when I do, I cross it out. And there are some other marks to highlight like what was on my to-do list for a long time. And this way works for me, because before that, I would write to-do list, for example, sorry for background noise, cat decided being in the camera is not enough attention, and she decided to make noises in background. So it didn't work because there are tasks that, yes, I need to do today, but often these tasks go into my Google Calendar or like events, and a lot of other stuff can technically be moved. So yes, some of those I need to do by the end of the week, but I can do it today, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it a day after that, and some things I need to do specific days, some things, there is no deadline actually, but I would prefer to do it this month, or I hope you understand. So this way actually worked for me better, and after I'm done with like these 2 pages, I just turn and I never return to them. I have a few clips that I mark. Then I have category limbo, because besides like tasks, there are things I want to keep in mind and I want to return, but I'm not entirely sure. For example, here are some things. I borrowed a book to my friend and I needed to get it back, but I wasn't in a rush, I just was moving, and I wanted not to forget that I loaned a book and at some point need to ask it back. So that's why it's limbo. It's not something with specific date, but it's something I want to keep in mind. Some ideas, some of those I then cross out. For example, I paid for a masterclass but wasn't able to attend right away, so I wanted to use it before like they close up or something. And then I also usually put expenses all on one page, so on a salary day I do not forget that there are some things I need to pay off. I also sometimes have notes. For example, I try to write in journal in different languages, but basically it's to-do list, it's notes, it's log, it's shopping lists, it's again limbo and stuff. So basically there are also like just scribbles, me trying different books, pens and inks, and writing random stuff. So as soon as I'm done with this, I will remove it and put it new one. So I think it's a fourth or third one already this year. And if I would have only one journal, it would irritate me so much to have so many pages, like ugly pages, crossed out pages, etc. Next one is sketchbook, because I would, sorry, no, actually it's not a sketchbook. This is, okay, this is not very interesting to show you because I recently updated it, but it's my basically commonplace. I, as you saw, take some courses, etc. And usually, or sometimes I will watch educational video on YouTube, and occasionally I want to write things down. For example, in my last one I finished recently, I watched a video about different types of tea. Like there are 6 types of tea and what's the difference between them, about oxidation, etc. And I wrote that down. Or there was a course I was taking and I wrote some notes from it down. And again, I can collect them and I can always return. I usually write like which dates it cover. This I started in May, so I haven't wrote anything down. And usually I also write topics. For example, part of, in previous I wrote like part of graphic design poster course, part of like tea, and part of illustration in Ukraine history course. So this is commonplace. I'm like, I like the existence of notebook itself, but I think I want to write more in it, because right now it's my least used one. The previous one I had for a half a year, which compared to to-do lists, which I'm changing every month or two, yeah, I want to write more. And also I'm drawing, usually this one is actually thinner. It's the same notebook as this one, only not dotted but plain paper. However, I don't have replacement. I only have this thicker one, and that's why it doesn't close properly. However, it's a sketchbook, so I have a big sketchbook. However, why I chose, by the way, this size, because I can put it into my smallest bag. If I have something to write, I don't need to wait till I get home and already forgot everything I wanted to write down. I can use it at any moment, in cafe, in shop, at work. I don't need to take some random papers and maybe forgetting them or thinking I will remember and not remembering. So that's why pocket size one I chose, and it's part of the system that works for me. And also that's why I have here a sketchbook. So yes, I have a big one, but sometimes a big page can feel intimidating, or you cannot take that big of a sketchbook or something. But I always have a pen and pencil and this notebook with me. So even if I'm somewhere outside and I have a free time, or I feel inspiration, or I'm being late, I'm traveling, it's always with me. I don't need to like remember to take something separate. And that's why, as you saw my tracker, I'm drawing a lot this year. Not a lot of that is like great images. Some of these are like very tiny sketches, but this is sketch of my cat from this angle. But yeah, it allowed me to be much more consistent with my practice. So this is my system. It will not change. I think the only thing I want to do is to upgrade the cover. I'm looking for a good piece of leather for a good price, and I'm trying to figure out whether I need something else. Like I saw that people who work with leather sometimes put like stuff on the edges, or I'm not sure, can I use my scissors or knife, or do I need a specific knife to cut leather, or can I buy specific size already? So that's why it's not updated yet, but I will update. I think I will go, as I mentioned, a bit longer. And I also want to decide what I want to do with colors, because I like writing in this dark red pen color. But I also have few other colors of pens, including like common black one, and this dark green one, light gray one, which I also like. and I'm not sure what I will do. Maybe I will put my... First of all, it's not that bad. I'm not hating use of two different pens, but occasionally it does irritate me, so maybe I will make a rule that those that I started in a certain color, like black, I will need to continue. However, on a daily, I can use whatever pen I want. So this is my system. If you have any advice for me how to improve it, what to put else, I would like to hear. I think I perfected it, but it's only a second year, so maybe you have some advice. If it helped you in any way, I'm also glad to hear it. So yeah, sorry that you haven't seen as much Kat as I wanted you to see. I was hoping she would be cute and distracting in the background, and she decided that she wants to be a center of attention from background making noise. I have no idea where she went away. But yeah, I'm really excited about this notebook. I don't have people in real life to talk about this, but if there would be a club of people who like notebooks and to share like their systems, I would be in it.